Taking a look at the very best play calls from Week 8. A lot of key situations where some offensive coordinators had to make some big calls. And right here, BC trying to get back into the football game against Virginia Tech. This is on a Thursday night. You're in twin set, motion the guy back right here. And they're making it look like they're going option right here, that direction, with that guy working across. Pulling a guard right here for protection, working backside. So again, faking the option, trying to get these guys to step down. He's crossing some sort of an angle corner. But really the guy they're looking for is this tight end. He starts working across, and then he gets vertical right here. So once he works down, he seals the edge, makes sure that the quarterback has a chance right there. There's a guard pulling to kick that defensive end, faking the option here, running the crosser, and then he just goes vertical right there behind the linebackers once everybody clears out. And that back they fake the on the dive right here, number 5. You see he leaks out, and it takes this linebacker out of there as well. So probably looking 1 on this wheel. If you don't like it, now you've got this guy replacing that linebacker who's chasing. Easy throw and catch right there. Obviously not great protection. So outside linebacker ends up blitzing, probably hoping that guy doesn't get into it because they are hot right here on this one. But great call right there on the goal line, especially your option team. Make those guys think that you're going wide there to the right. And then you've got a wheel out of the backfield, and you've got this guy climbing across. Easy throw and catch right here for a touchdown for Boston College. Trying to get back in the game here in the third quarter. Another look here of basically tight end league, but right here on this one, you're working across, making like what everybody likes to do, run an inside zone here, and then they throw that to the flats. He basically stutters, and he's climbing across here. He blocks down, and he climbs across to the front of the end zone. So now you've got 2 guys working across. You got the guy at the goal line. You got this guy to the middle, to the back of the end zone, and that guy's meshing across right there as well. So right there, just a hard play action. He's stepping up. Everybody's sliding to the left. This doesn't look good right here. You got a free hitter right there, that outside linebacker D-end. But right there, just giving ground, knowing that you're going to have that guy get open with that misdirection. Block for a second. Now everybody you're dragging across. You got 1, 2, and right there the very first guy walks open at the goal line. Easy throw and catch right there. This on a 2nd and goal. Really interesting call. A little bit of misdirection with that guy working across, going to the flats. If you don't like it, now working backside. Those guys dragging. Easy throw and catch for a touchdown. Staying in this same game, so we got Louisville, we got Miami, and they're running snag and go. So we got both teams basically doing it. But right here, Miami, they run a snag, go right there. Where they're trying to smash these 2 high safeties, split field coverage, and we'll see exactly what happens. And right here on this one, looks like a little bit of confusion. And right there, once he stops, you see this linebacker sitting there flat-footed, then he bursts behind him right to the middle of the field. Easy throw and catch right there. Huge explosive play. And of course, this view shows it a little bit better with the wide view. So you got a slot fade right here. You got a hitch. He works in. Once he stops, you see this guy, he gets his eyes off the receiver, eyes into the backfield, and then he bursts. Corner, same thing. He's down low. Boom, settles, burst. Nobody left right there. That corner route took that backside safety. Huge alley right there. Great scheme right there with that middle field open right here. If you know these safeties are going to get off the hash really hard, stop, go, replace that guy right in the middle of the field. Good 2-ball right there, up and over everybody, so there's no chance for it to get knocked down. Now it just turns into a race. Miami wins this one, gets to the end zone. Same game, much later in the game though, but right here, back's getting out. But again, you got to stop. Right there, you're running the snag, and then he ends up bursting to the middle. Right here, you got a corner, and you got a sit right here as well. So exact same concept, just a little bit different because now you're getting the back out here where you're going. So sit, boom. Now this linebacker, again, he's sitting, burst, got him beat. Once his feet come to balance, no chance right there to catch back up. And again, good throw and catch. Now we'll get into the end zone right here on this one. Safety ends up folding back to it, but you can see again, both teams run the snag and go. This one right at the end of the game in the 4th quarter, Louisville trying to get back in it. Again, it's a great call when you can get middle field open, and those safeties are going to run hard to those corners over the top. This is a great call here from Georgia, and of course, we do have a video just on this game alone, so you might want to go take a look at that. But right here on this one, man, we're just faking outside zone, so we're handing it right here, going outside zone. This tight end, he's working that block, and you're getting the reverse right here to the slot receiver. This is to the boundary, so toss it back. Then you're going to toss it back to the quarterback. And as you're looking at that, this tight end's the guy that they're looking for to get the ball to. So he's acting like he's blocking. Once he sees him turn and start running that way, now he releases going to the wheel. About that time, the quarterback's getting the football. Nobody's left right there. Easy throw and catch. Nobody at all in that vicinity. This is a huge play right here. After takes it, brought this back all the way to a 1-score game. You get a 1st and 10 right here after a big completion, and they end up running the reverse flea flicker, throw it there to the tight end. And right here, as you see, that outside receiver here, instead of running across or anything, he just takes him vertical, trying to get him to run off, open this up, and it turns into an explosive play here for Georgia. Again, this was a really big drive. I know they ended up winning by 2 scores. This ended up setting up for the final touchdown there for Georgia. They really almost put this game away, but great aggressive play call there by the Bulldog and Mike Bobo. Another aggressive call right here, another flea flicker. Again, motion here, Downhill, they end up handing the football off. And right there, once they hand it off, now the quarterback just backs up really quickly, tosses it back to them, and they're already over the top. This ends up being a big play for a touchdown. The guys that you're looking to take advantage of right here on this one is this safety right here, and he's in the screen here. So he goes in like he's blocking. As he gets flat-footed, just that one step, boom, just one step right there after he came to balance. That corner's eyes are in the backfield as well. By that point, he's already passed him. Now the ball's back in the quarterback's hands. He's got to launch this thing. Ends up being a pretty accurate football. This is the backside safety trying to get there. Not in time. Great throwing catch. Great call there by Kentucky, knowing that those safeties are going to have the eyes in the backfield. So you have some safeties, corners that are really quick to fill. This could be a good play. So right there, hand it off, turn back, flip it back. Now that back's getting into the protection. We're able to take advantage of those safeties being a little bit aggressive into the run. Another look here of multiple guys touching the football. This time going outside zone over here, flipping it back to the receiver. And right here, the receiver had motioned across, and he's making like he's just being lazy, just hanging out. But he's the primary target on this play. Quarterback's right here. He's protecting. So right there, have this protected. And right here, really good job here by the receiver, trying to look like he's trying to run the football in this reverse. And once this defender comes up, this guy just releases going vertical and lays it out there for him, runs underneath it. Obviously, it's a little bit behind, but toasted so much, it's easy throwing catch for there. Get inside the red zone. Again, just a reverse. Here to the wide view. Again, here's this motion that comes across, trying to make it like you're not doing anything. Then you're going wheel. You got a post here. Hand the ball off. He's getting it behind. Quarterback's helping lead, helping seal right here to the front side. So really good play and really aggressive call here from Clemson. Going with that reverse pass, landing it out there to your guy. Big play. So we saw some trick plays, some special plays, whatever you want to call them. And now we're going to just look at Illinois had some really good goal line concepts. And on this one, as you see, again, it's a heavy set. You got a wing here. You got your tight end. Those guys are the only guys getting down this route. They're both running crossers. And it's just a hard play action, getting downhill, reverse out. These guys just a full slide going across. He's climbing here as well. So you know you're just one-on-one with the matchup that you want. And right here, quarterback off his back foot. That's Altmaier. Just keep this guy running away from this DB that's on his back, trying to track it down. This is a great throw and catch to that back pylon. And then a bigger body guy going up, coming down with the football, just right there on a crossing route by both guys working across. And, of course, where you're play faking, that's probably the guy that you're trying to get to, and he's the guy that's running all the way to the back corner on the opposite side of the run. Really accurate football right here by the quarterback, and then obviously you got your tight end, bigger body guy can go up and make a play, box somebody out right there for Illinois. Another great look here of a goal line concept. This guy ends up motion here for the protection, and all it really is, you're getting a double move here. You're going slant and back out. If you like that, great. There's number one. He's working across the back of the end zone here. He's going vertical to the dig. A lot of teams had run this last year. Michigan is actually the first team I saw running this, but right here, this guy's slow to react on that guy climbing across. You don't like that, so let's go ahead and get off of the double move. Find your climb working across. High ball in the back of the end zone, so none of these underneath guys are a factor. So again, that area is open. This is pretty good coverage underneath. It's not going to be a perfect ball where he just runs away from it, so we got to put this in the open area, which is high. And right there, wide receiver goes up, makes a great play. Boom, gets 1 foot down. Big catch right here on a 2-point conversion. Now we're just going to get into some really good play calls that are just base offense where guys just really executed or were able to do some things that were really interesting. So right here, just inside zone to the left, might be mid zone depending on how these tracks are looked at. But right here, DN squeezes. You even have a corner 5 right here. So good pull here from the quarterback. It's going to be a pull. Now we've got an outside screen here. That corner that's firing, it's just triple option. You flip it out there. Great job being patient here, blocking, and then he makes him miss the guy that's blocked. So right there, great play. Great awareness there by the quarterback, just not being a robot. And hold on to that. Boom, squeeze. You get a pull. Corner fires in here. Now he's forcing this thing. Let's pitch it out there on the edge. Great job and great coaching there by Indiana for him to recognize that and get that ball out. Here's a look here from Nebraska. Just basically kind of a bunch set here and just outside zone going that way. But right here you've got a receiver right there in the wing in a 3-point stance trying to hide them. And they just run outside zone. And by the time they figure out what's going on, they're not able to get there and had the edge. So handing outside zone right there to that bunch, you line up one of your faster guys there or back, and then you fake outside zone away. Really good job, and they edged the defense right there. No clue where that football was at for Indiana, so I thought this was a really good call by Nebraska. Changing up your personnel, speed guy, or at least a heavier back, maybe a guy that you would put in that fullback spot that you feel good about running the football, stretching that thing to the weak side or away from that fullback, and he walks into the end zone right here for the Cornhuskers against a really good Indiana team. Now we got a shovel option here from Colorado, and it's a little bit different way to get there. And what it looks like is they're running that snag like everybody does on the goal line, but instead of just running sprint out protection, now you've got this shovel option. They're still running power here up the middle. So looks like that guy's going to the flats, and that widens this defensive end. Once that defensive end widens, now you've got this underneath and right here shooter. Instead of flipping this like a typical option pitch underneath, he underhands this thing to him, and you got the guard pulling in there for the linebacker. Easy touchdown. And right here, this is a lot better look of it. Again, boom, probably number one. There is an option to throw this to the arrow, but right there you see that end widening. Great, he widens. Now we've got this shovel pass back underneath, guard pulling up for the linebacker, and they had created a wall right here with this double team, block back, gap hinge. So it looks really good. And again, you're looking outside, they've got a snag. Looks like they're running a corner. There's your flat route. So if this guy would have squeezed, you don't have a chance to do that. Now let's just run this snag to the outside. This is a great look right here from Western Kentucky. And of course, through the years, they've had some really good passing games in it, and it's just a rub here, but this is just a little bit of change up on what people have been doing. So what's been happening is a lot of guys are working outside over the top of this rub, and they throw this either back, shoulder, over the top, depending on how that rub works. But on this one, going straight at him, once he works over the top, thinking that he's about to go to the out or go to the wheel, then he's 6 foot in the ground and he works back over the top, and this guy's in a poor position right there just based off of opening his hips, thinking that's an out route or a fade. Now he works back underneath and puts this ball right on his chest where he can make a play, and now he's rolling. This guy goes corner. So basically he switched up what they thought was going to happen right there on the rub. So let him get over the top of this rub, and then once he gets over the top, puts his foot in the ground, he works back underneath. Good throw and catch, and then of course, when you put it on a receiver in space, sometimes they split him, and that's what happens right here. Splits the defense, goes to the house. So this is a great change up on that rub. So if you're running a bunch of rub routes against man-to-man, you might have something right here where it looks like you're going rub, and then you work back underneath whenever that DB goes to the top. That was a great concept, great execution as well. Another play here from Clemson. Now, Clemson's doing some good things. Of course, this is Garrett Riley out there, but this is just a bash read, just different formation. You got your fullback, tight end. This looks like a back here or a receiver, whoever you want to get the ball to right here on this one. So bash read again, back away. You're going GT, reading this defensive end right here. He squeezes enough, hand the ball. Let's get on the edge. And with this formation, you're able to get your fullback, arc up to this inside linebacker for if he's scraping. You got 2-on-2 here on the outside, and this happens really quick. So he's not coming from far motion or anything. He's just coming from that slot back. So basically 2 slot backs, empty set. He's going right there to the bash read, not sure which direction that's going. So that might put a little bit of hesitation on the defense. But right here, 3-man service over there to that side, going bash read. He squeezes a little bit. Now they're on the edge with whoever you want it to be, whether it's a receiver, whether it's a defensive guy that you just got into the ball game, whatever it is. Get your speed guy right there, especially if you feel like they're going to get on the edge. And now, again, your best players are going to win, and that's what happens on this one. Ends up outrunning everybody into the end zone here on this one. And for Clemson, this was actually a receiver, Antonio Williams. So a guy they really want to get the football to right there, and then just speed. Outruns that safety. Big touchdown there for Clemson, almost putting this game away against UVA. Now looking at Mizzou. I mean, they motioned a guy over. They got a tight end over here, and last week we saw a fake reverse from USC that really went a long ways. And this one is a 2-point attempt. The ball's on the right hash. They're going outside zone, faking the reverse to the best player on the field, Luther Burden, and now they're leading with the back to clean up whatever shows up. Again, tough quarterback, finds a way to get into the end zone right here on this one. But just looking at this fake reverse, let's see what it does. It takes that defensive end. You see him step there. This linebacker's even pointing to it, so he starts working that way as well. By that time, everybody's rolling. Quarterback playing with momentum, getting into the end zone. So again, that fake reverse, just like we saw last week, on that outside zone, ends up getting to the end zone, creasing these guys, because really what you're trying to do with that outside zone, if these guys pause at all or go that way to the backside, there's going to be a crease, especially if you get a body on body. That's a great call, great play there on a 2-point play by Mizzou. Last play right here, and this is one that everybody knows Mike Leach would love to see. You got trips over here, kind of squeezed in. Everybody's from that hash in, and it's man-to-man here from A&M on a 4th and 3. So right here, 4th and 3, and you're getting your back from this far side. He's coming across to the flats, and everybody else is running mesh. So as you're looking at it, everybody's going here across. So you look for the back one. You got to give ground. We are hot right here. This outside linebacker ends up blitzing. That's the guy that we're hot off of. He vacates, so there's nobody on the back. So give it to him, and look at that. Once the ball is caught, literally nobody on that 2/3 of the field. Safety trying to get over the top, and you see the guy that really was the guy that was trying to make a play on was probably this Mike. And you see he glances at him, and he starts working that way, and then he runs into the receiver. And this is a good job here by the receiver avoiding PI, because we're on this one. We have seen a lot of PIs on mesh, those guys reaching out, doing anything, but right there, this linebacker initiates this contact, and that back's already in the flats. Easy throwing catch. Number 2 would have been this guy working across right here as well. But easy throwing catch. 4th and 3. Huge conversion. Great time to call it. And really well executed as well. A little bit closer view right here on this one. And you can really see this. Looks like this wide receiver, he's staring at that back. And he's the guy, once he starts going, gets caught up in this wash and just tries a collision instead of getting out there on the running back. Deep safety in that cover 1 has no chance. Outruns to the pylon on 4th and 1. Huge play right there for Mississippi State, staying in the game early against A&M. Some awesome plays this week. It's the second time we've done this, so hope you guys enjoy it because I've really enjoyed it as well. Just seeing some of the best plays, looking at all the college football. But if you enjoyed that video, take a look right here. Should be a video somewhere in this area, so make sure you watch this video right here. YouTube and the algorithm is going to think that you're going to like it. So appreciate you guys watching. See you guys again in the next video.